Reaper is a 2014 horror film that was directed by Philip Shih, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and this stars Vinnie Jones, Danny Trejo, basically not really necessarily your leads, but they do pop up in the film for a good enough amount of time. And what I would call this is definitely a kitchen sink film, which means that they throw a lot at the wall and they have a lot of ideas going on. You can definitely tell that there was multiple ideas on set going on, whether it's from the producers, director, actors, whoever it was. But the marketing for this film is definitely very different than what the film actually ends up being. This is free on Tubi right now. I got to stream it. The poster looked cool. I always like anything Danny Trejo's in, and Vinnie Jones is cool when he shows up too. And basically, what we have going on here is going into it, I thought it was just going to be like a Grim Reaper slasher film, and that's pretty much the third act. But how it starts is you have this girl who is basically hitchhiking and on the run. She's kind of a drifter, and she basically uses her looks to steal money. Basically, you also got I forgot Jake Busey in here as well. He's in the beginning, and he's just very Jake Busey ish. It's kind of funny, and she basically, lures guys, gets them all hot and bothered, and then finds a way to find money because she has a sick mother, and she is just looking to relocate and help her mother out and start, a new life kind of thing. And then we get like a crime, like a money laundering situation kind of thing. Danny Trejo's involved. There's this main guy, I forget his name, but he gets involved too. Also gets involved with the girl, and Vinnie Jones is like the head boss of everything. So you have these goons going after Trejo eventually, and the one guy that forget his name, but anyways, they all end up meeting at this motel, and I like the name of the motel actually. It was like last stop or last something. It was a fitting name for like where the story kind of goes, like final final destination. It's not like that, but something along those lines, like last stop, whatever. You have this like crazy religious nut working there. He wears this repentant hat with a crucifix as the T, and he's just the most non-Christian that you can see. He's creepy as fuck. He's like mumbling. He has rapist written all over his face. Got dirty teeth. He's always like trembling and saying the most inappropriate shit when the girl comes around. And there are scenes that he starts to like sexually assault the chick. So clearly he's not that holy, that's for sure. And it's just so ironic when you get characters like that. It's not even funny. Um, but yeah, they all end up in this motel, and then lo and behold, a Reaper shows up, and I thought the Reaper is really cool. He has like electric powers. He basically has electricity running all over his body, and he can zap people. And every time he comes around, like the electricity effects look really nice, and his eyes are like glowing evil and everything. So I like the way the Reaper looked. It's just so ridiculous how he shows up in such a unfitting plot. It's like they literally stuck a bunch of scripts together, or took a script and added the Reaper to it, or it really felt like a hosh posh of of mixed themes going on, and they're just like, we need a movie. Let's just fucking, this is what we got. This is what we're slapping together, and let's just put it out. But the end product, as ridiculous as it is, and it's not like the greatest film in the world or anything like that. The acting is half decent for what it is to with what you get. Vinnie Jones's character could have been taken out completely. He's not really, he doesn't do much outside of being, Vinnie Jones and badass and being the head boss. Danny Trejo has more like to do with the plot and the actual story of the movie. But but when it comes to the slashing and the killing and stuff, things do get really cool. The characters are enjoyable. That like you like the characters, the good ones anyway, and they're they're not always likable. Like they're not always morally good people, but like you're with them. Like you not care like you're entertained by them. You're with them with their story kind of thing. They don't bore you. You're not just they're not flat characters at all. Every character has development. They have they're alive. They have a lot going. They have a lot of story and background and depth to them, which I liked. So there's that, and I wouldn't say this film is a waste of time at all. Like I said, the biggest flaw it has is just it has a completely ridiculous and all over the place story and plot going on, but it's an entertaining watch, and it's definitely worth streaming on Tubi for free for sure. I would totally buy the DVD. I would support this, and I would own it for sure. But yeah, it's a low budget independent B movie for sure with Danny Trejo and Vinnie Jones being badass. And a really sexy lead too from the blonde girl. I don't know the actress's name, but really beautiful girl and really spunky and does her performance really well. So it is worth streaming for the spooky season. Trying to get before 31 Days of Horror. I'm trying to stream other spooky things on the side. So I love this time of year. So yeah, anything that I can find that looks cool or has a cool poster or has a really atmospheric look going to it, I'm going to check it out. So Reaper is on Tubi, like I said, for free. It's also available on DVD, which I am going to try and get my hands on, and I recommend checking it out. So if it sounds up your alley, do go see it, but expect for a really bumpy ride. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I will be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.